So Ja Rule has released a couple records. Everybody's wondering, are these joints from his popular 2000s Murder Inc. run, or are they joints from after the destruction that was caused by 50 Cent? So after listening to the records Baby and Press On, I've came to the decision that these were throwaways, Ja Rule throwaways that he's just released that I don't think are actually going to add any bit to his credibility. Because if I look back, Ja Rule actually was one of the best writers to come out in the game. But listening to these records that he released, you would think that somebody like, let's say, 50 Cent was a better writer when it was all said and done. That's why some of these records never saw the light of day. Listening back to some of Ja Rule's older albums, some of his lyricism was really just top notch. To me, like the way that he would incorporate religious lyrics, speaking on God with his music was just really brilliant. A lot of people would focus on the Tupac samples that were used. I want to say ever since So Much Pain, they were using all these Tupac samples. Maybe even before that, maybe on the Rule 336 album. But all the Ja Rule albums, from Veni Vidi Vici to Rule 336, Pain is Love when he really went commercial, The Last Temptation when the downfall started, and then you had Blood in My Eye that was made out of Vengeance, followed by the Rule album. This is when I want to say potentially the music could have been recorded, right here during the Rule album. Rule actually caught some steam that year, recording with R. Kelly, Jadakiss, Fat Joe, and that was to be followed up by an album called The Mirror. Yep, an album called The Mirror that never released. It released as a free download. That was respectable. Rule. I think he released it on his website as a free download. And then he started his own label called Empire. And actually, that's when I believe, if I said before earlier, that's after The Last Temptation, when this or after Rule, when this music could have been recorded. This is more likely when it was recorded during the Empire phase, when he was running around with Harry O and Merce Montana, and just they had a deal with Universal Fontana, independent deal. I knew a couple people who had that same deal actually, so. If you were a popular artist, Universal Fontana could actually get your album in the stores. I think they actually released the Pain is Love 2 album. But that's more popularly, I think, going to be the opinion of when Press On and Baby were recorded. It's dope that all the blogs are actually jumping on Ja Rule's back with this and not just covering all the 50 Cent scrutiny media. They're actually jumping on the music. A lot of websites, I think Hot New Hip Hop was quoted and saying, "Oh, yes, we will take some Ja Rule material." That's what's up, man, because like I said, Ja Rule was definitely one of the best songwriters, and I had actually told a legend recently that I thought Ja Rule was superior to 50 Cent, maybe thoughts that need to be revised, because I really think Ja Rule's best writing was on his first two albums. And on his third album, he really took the commercial route. Pain is Love was a very commercial album. Last Temptation is when he started to lose it. And then, Blood in My Eye was just an album of vengeance. Like I said, him spitting ferocious lyrics, him actually putting on a lot of his homies that you really wouldn't have heard on a lot of his tracks, because Ja Rule would only take 3 or 4 records after the Rule 336 and just dedicated him to the streets. He never left the streets. He always showed love to the homies Black Child and Cadillac Ta. Ja Rule was a great artist. I think 50 just threw him off his game when it came to making music. He tried to get back on that with the Rule album, getting back to his 1-2 combination, the street hit, the hit for the women. But, at that point, the music age just sort of changed. It wasn't really about selling the music anymore as artist to artist, more as it became selling music song to song. That's why you see so many artists blowing up nowadays, because every day we want a new hit single. And every day there's going to be a new artist out there to give you a new hit single.